East Coast LQ Reviews. Today I got my dad here with me today, and we got a special bourbon. My dad, he's a big fan of Jefferson's, and for my birthday he got me this. This is Jefferson's Ocean Aged at Sea, cask strength. So it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, very small batch. This one's bottled at 56% or 112 proof. This is Voyage 10. I believe this won a couple of awards, and this is bottle number 13,673. So I got the, the camera's moving a little bit. Okay. Alright, so I got jeffersonsbourbon.com pulled up, and it says Jefferson's Ocean Aged at Sea, cask strength. It says Jefferson's Ocean, now bottled at 112 proof, cask strength. It says we took fully matured Kentucky bourbon. So just like to say this is a no age statement, or NAS. It says fully matured, not sure how long it was matured for though. And it says we took fully matured Kentucky bourbon, put it on a ship, and sent it around the world. It crossed the equator 4 times, stopped at over 5 different continents, and truly is a bourbon of the world. Hey guys, before we get on with the review, I just had some information I just wanted to add, just to clear up. So this is sourced by an unknown distillery, but it is blended and bottled in the US and Canada by Castle Brands. So I'm guessing Castle Brands are the ones that actually barrel the whiskey, and then they put it out at sea. And it's bottled for McLean and Kine out of Louisville, Kentucky, and that is the actual brand of Jefferson's. Is the it's McLean and Kine out of Louisville, Kentucky, like I said. And also, I'd just like to clear up, this is actually the small batch. So they take their small batch barrels and they put it out at sea. And yeah, I just wanted to go over that just to let you guys know, because I know when I was first doing the review I wasn't exactly too sure. But yeah, back to the review. So we're going to crack this open and go over the color. It's got a nice cork on it.
I believe full is like 4 to 8. Is it 4?
No, they're just saying it's...
But isn't it 4 if they say at least 4 if they say full?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, full age, I mean, is it?
No. It's just a vague statement, you know?
Yeah. I thought there was a...
But chances are it is aged well.
I thought there was a bourbon...
Chances are it has a good age to it.
I thought that bourbon as a regulatory statement that it had to be like 4 years. That's why I thought some of the 2-year ones were questioned as to whether or not they were...
Okay, so we're gonna go over the color. Color of it is a dark amber color. So it's got some good color to it. I was actually looking at it next to the other Ocean Aged on the shelf, and this definitely had better color to it. It was slightly darker, as it should, considering it's 56%. But let's go for the nose on this. Super sweet on the nose, right?
Well, I kind of only have we've never tried the regular, you know, the non-cask strength version. So I have to compare this to the regular bottle of 80 proof small batch, very small batch they call it. And it's definitely...
Well, I mean, this is a completely different whiskey.
Yeah, obviously it's
So I just like to say, before I forget, Jefferson's is sourced. So this whiskey is sourced, meaning they get it from somebody else. I don't get much of an alcohol smell on the nose, but I am picking up the oak and the wood, some caramel, some vanilla, some dried fruits. It's got a very fruity nose to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the oak is, when you said
the oak is
strong, said you didn't get a strong alcohol, I had to double check because at first I thought it was strong, but it's a super strong oak smell.
Very little spice on the
oak smells really bright.
Very little spice, right? Not too much spice, you know? But let's go for the taste on this one. Dad's already trying it. Definitely has some heat on the palate. Right up front though, it's super sweet. You get like butterscotch, caramel, and then you get like a nice creamy vanilla. And then I'm picking up like some dried fruits. So I'm getting like raisins and plums. Almost a little bit of like a salty aspect to it, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like you would get with like a scotch.
Well, that's like I said, that's a review.
Well, if it's aged at sea, I'm sure the sea air kind of gets into the barrel, And,
Yeah, you definitely get a little bit of
get a little
salty
bit
bite
of
on the
saltiness.
after bite.
Yeah, the finish. With the finish, you get some of the saltiness. Mouthfeel, I definitely say is like nice, full, and rich. Definitely lots of flavor.
Smells good. You definitely smell it.
I feel like
fruit,
each time I take a sip, I'm picking up different flavors, you know. Like I said, I get a lot of that creamy vanilla. The sweetness is right up front. The spice is definitely on the finish. But for 56%, I don't think it's really that, you know what I mean? We've had other stuff that's 56% that'll like take your tongue off, you know?
Yeah.
This stuff, I actually think this is pretty dangerous for 56%. Super sweet.
Definitely has a Scotch bite to it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely
like you
has
said,
like a Scotch vibe
that
going for it.
kind of brine thing going on.
Yeah.
Makes it kind of weird as a bourbon.
In the middle of the palate, I get those dried fruits, so I'm getting the raisins. I get a lot of the raisins.
It's fruity, yeah. I just said that
Very
even the smell kind of get hit with the oak blast at first, and then it settles on a lot of fruit.
It also has a sort of a astringent oak and wood finish to it, along with the spice and that saltiness.
Yeah, it
I really like
bourbon.
this one.
It tastes like bourbon, but like with like a Scotch bite.
Yeah, but I think it's very sweet though. Don't you think?
That's all the
agree?
fruit, like all the fruity.
Well, the
sherry.
caramel, the butterscotch, you know.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, because it's definitely an abundance of flavors.
Yeah.
But it's strong though, so a lot of times you find that like when you know, if you the small batch at like a 90 has all those flavors, but you kind of can taste them all because you're not hit with as much of a whiskey.
I bet if we added some water to this, if we added some water to this, I think it would open up.
I was thinking of throwing an ice cube in it. I kind of like it better.
Yeah.
Like that.
If you want to do that, you can do
You
that.
want a shot of water? You want some?
No, that's fine. I'm fine. But yeah, my dad's gonna grab an ice cube, let you guys know how it tastes with just an ice cube dropped in it. So yeah, however you guys like to enjoy your bourbon, if that's all you. I like to drink it neat, even at 56%. And like my dad said, he likes to drink it with an ice cube, if the ice cube fits in the Glencairn. So price on this was 93 and change. I know MSRP is around like 85 to 90, but you'd have to go like, because we live in Rhode Island, so we got this. I got this for 93, and I saw a place in Mass where they were getting like 85 to 94, so it's not a bad deal, you know. Chances are, if I were to drive out there, I would spend the $8 in gas just to find this, you know. And this is a very limited amount, there's limited quantities, so this is going to be kind of hard to find. For that $90 range, what do you think, Dad? Do you think it's worth it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't had a lot of whiskeys that expensive, so as far as to compare them to other things, I would have to say I don't really know. But I mean,
well, you had like the Parkers.
Definitely
you had the Parkers, but the Parkers had the orange curacao finish to it.
That was good.
Compared to the Parkers, what would you say? What would you?
Well, the Parkers had a lot of flavor, but I've always.
Would you grab this before that though?
Yeah, I probably, just because I'm kind of a Jefferson's fan, and I really like their regular bottle of very small batch so much that still tastes like that, but it's got those other things going on.
So, what would you give it for a rating straight? For me, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because it's definitely unique. Like I said, you get that saltiness that you don't really get with bourbon, and you get kind of with the Scotch in this. But because it's aged at sea, you kind of you get that in the palate. So, like I said, 9 out of 10 for me. I definitely think it's a great bourbon. If you got the money to drop $90 on a bourbon, maybe enjoy it for a special occasion, maybe with a family member or a friend. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth the $90. So like I said, 9 out of 10 straight. What would you want to give it for straight rating without the ice cube? What would you say you would give it first? Because I know sometimes.
Well, with me, I was gonna say I'd probably go lower. I would probably go like it's tough for me to give it a rating because I really don't like it warm. I'd rather have it even if it's chilled. I still like it a little bit more than even straight warm.
So what would you give it for a rating though?
I'll say 8 warm, and then with a ice cube in it, opened it. Yeah, it opened it neat, yes, and then it opened it right up with a little tiny drop of water. Actually, the smell is a little bit less harsh, and It was good.
So
So I would say
basically
nine.
saying-
I would say 9 out of 10 as
With the
with
ice
a
cube?
nice ice cube in there, and
Did
you
you
can
like
tell
with
it's
the
a
ice cube?
high end.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, when I'm sipping this later on, I'll probably add some water to it just to open it up, try to see what other flavors I might be able to pick up. But like I said, for 56%, to me, it's very sweet, and that sweetness kind of kills the alcohol-y bite. And I know 56% for some of you people, you might be saying, wow, that's too strong. I'm definitely not trying that. But I recommend it. Definitely try it. If you never had cask strength before, this is definitely a great cask strength to try out. Like I said, I believe this did win a couple of awards and actually won an award in the cask strength like variety or whatever in that group of bourbons. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to recommend it.
They have a $30 bottle, which very small batch is delicious, and then I haven't tried the $60 bottle, the mid level bottle. So I want to try that now.
I think that's very special. It's called.
No, very special. Oh no, very special. Okay.
Is the 60.
Very small is 30. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there is a bunch of they have
Yeah, they have a good
collaborative,
selection.
which I don't know if that is collaborative a drink or like a whiskey mixed drink, or
I'm
is
not
that,
sure. But yeah, there you have it. Like I said, if there's any, like I've said before, if there's any other specifically bourbons or any other liquor or beers you guys like to see on my channel, definitely leave a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for my upcoming videos on liquor and beer. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Peace.